If you show men a picture of a beautiful woman with her eyes averted while you're doing a brain scan mapping of their nucleus accumbens, nothing happens. Why is that relevant? Well, the nucleus accumbens is part of the underlying emotional circuitry that governs approach behavior and pleasure. And approach behavior and pleasure are very tightly intertwined. If you show the same man a picture of a beautiful woman with her eyes locked on his nucleus accumbens will light up. Why is that? Well, it's partly because men are innately attuned to female beauty. Female beauty has a standard form, it's replicable cross-culturally, it constitutes the averaged human female form. But more than that, the gaze locking is an indication of shared attention, and it's also the indication of the initial establishment of a shared attentional space, and it's an invitation, and that invitation activates attentional space, and it's an invitation, and that invitation activates approach circuitry, even if it's just a picture. So, and you can see this if you walk into any drugstore or any drugstore that sells magazines. What do you see? Well, in the men's magazines you see an infinite array of beautiful women. And in the female magazines, the women's magazines, you see an infinite array of beautiful women. Now, just exactly why is that? Well, there's something absolutely compelling about female beauty. And then you have to ask yourself, what the hell does compelling mean? Okay, so what compelling means is, you're busily engaged in a goal-directed task, and something happens in your peripheral vision, so to speak, that attracts your attention. Now, that attention is attracted by processes that are fundamentally unconscious, which means processes that occur before you can think. So you can imagine a loose collection of college-aged males having attention. Now, that attention is attracted by processes that are fundamentally unconscious, which means processes that occur before you can think. So you can imagine a loose collection of college-aged males having a conversation in a bar when someone beautiful walks by, and one or more of them catch her out of the corner of their eyes. Orientation, right? Unconscious. Why? Because there's something about that pattern form that grips attentional systems and directs observation towards it. So then you think, okay, human beings are really, really complicated pattern processors, and you think, well, partly what we're trying to get a handle on here is the nature of the world, and partly what we know already is that there are aspects of the world that you can't understand always. And then you think, well, people are trying to get a grip on the fact always. And then you think, well, people are trying to get a grip on the fact that there are parts of the world that you can't understand, so that there's this transcendent element to being that always escapes encapsulation.